excited to have back on the show Canadian pop artist Ana Pac. She's back on the show to talk about her latest single, Fight the Rainbow. Welcome back.
Thank you so much for having me back.
Yeah, so how are you, Anna?
I'm doing great. I'm doing fantastic.
Yes, you were recently at the Toronto Pride Festival
Mhm.
and you performed Fight the Rainbow. How did that go? I've noticed it was like, so many people there and it was such a celebration. So tell us, who didn't see
Yeah.
it, our viewers, like what did it felt like performing?
Well,
And
everyone there was just so happy to be able to be there after years of not being able to have Pride. But as soon as I stepped out on that stage, everybody was dancing and we were all smiling together, and it was a real sense of, we're together, we got this. And my mom even drove from Montreal to come see me. So it was so much fun. I had a great time.
yeah, so how did it feel when you're reaching the audience? Like there was probably like thousands of people there. Like it just seemed a lot.
Yeah. There were so many people. Yeah, like I said, an environment of joy and love, and you can't help but just feel joy and love and a community. And it was just like basically that feeling when people just hold each other's hands. Like it's just like, an awesome, warm-hearted feeling.
Yes, and your video is really it's fun. There's a message there. It's about being positive and acceptance, and you have, is it paint or color? Like you're on your face. I mean, it's just so wicked. It's just
I'm
beautiful.
covered in paint, head to toe in paint. My partner actually came out and we were filming this video together, and she was having fun just splattering paint all over me to get this video filled with every single color that we can think of.
Yes, and where was it filmed?
It was filmed in Toronto. There's a bridge that is painted with a nice big rainbow on it, and so we were like, what better than to use that little overpass bridge that we have?
Yeah, so the process was like, did you have to think about like, okay, we're gonna do this, gonna do that? Like, what was the process like in doing this video? Because it seemed like a lot of work.
Absolutely. And our idea had to be molded and changed as we figured out what can we do, what can't we do. And I'm just glad that the final version turned out as good as it did, because we did have to switch a couple of times because we were like, uh-oh, how are we going to hang this? How are we going to do this or that? And so anyways, the last shot, the last, production that we did turned out fantastic. It turned out great, so we were happy with the result.
Yes, and was there a favorite part? Was it at the end when you're putting all the paint on? Like
Yeah.
it was just so colorful and wicked, as I said.
It's yeah, the all the colors just kind of represent everybody really. And so just being able to have fun at the same time as spread a message and try to communicate with people at the same time as you're having a good time, then it all works out.
Yes, and tell us about the song. Like, how did where did you get your inspiration? Like, did it take a long time to write the song? And um, Fight the Rainbow.
Yeah, it comes from it I've always seen, some people dress a certain way or act a certain way, and sometimes it doesn't fit into these boxes that
Mhm.
societal norms have kind of put into place. And I was like, but we don't need to be in these boxes, right? Why limit yourself when you can just expand? Like there's so much more accessibility, there's so much more life, there's so much more possibilities when you're not in a box. So
Mhm.
I felt like I needed to write a song about be proud of who you are and how you want to express anything, yourself, your true self, and ignore all the societal boxes that people constantly try to put you in. Just ignore it. Just be you, be proud of being you, and be happy. That's the
Yes, accept who you are and be
Mhm.
who you are. And
Yeah.
what's the feedback been like so far? Because it's on radio. I mean, you can hear it on Spotify. Like it's all over. So
I get messages. It's funny because I get messages from parents saying my kid is constantly listening to the song, and then I'll
Oh,
get messages from adults being like, I woke up this morning and I'm over here singing "Sit, Flick, Bite the Rainbow," and then I'll get messages from just every single different demographics. Maybe, some people that you wouldn't expect for them to listen to, let's say, pop music, but all of a sudden they're like, oh my gosh, I love this song. And so it's just been like this widespread of just love, which I very much
mhm.
appreciate. I'm very thankful that it can reach those many people.
It's wonderful because it's, not just in our community, it's the world of being who you are, accepting. And this song is it's very deep too. It has this deep
Hmm.
message and it's fun too, right? It's like,
Absolutely.
yeah. So, congratulations. And also your other song, Blast Off, we talked about, what's the feedback been like with that song? I mean, last time we talked was like, I don't know, 3 months ago.
Yeah. Blast Off it also received a lot of love, and that was the one that I wrote about my now fiance,
Yes.
Joe, and so everyone's like, thank you for sharing, and I can relate because, and then they'll say their love story, so it's very cute to see the different messages that come in that people share with me.
Yes, because your music it's it has a positive message and it's about bringing out the best in you. And so how
Mhm.
would you describe your music? I know I've asked you that question before, but how would you describe it? Are you progressing as a singer-songwriter? Like, your music is growing, in other words, and
Yeah, I always want to keep my music very positive, very uplifting, speaking on messages that I want I want them to be out there, and always about being proud of following your heart and being proud of being who you are. And I have a specific lyric in Bite the Rainbow where I say,
mm,
sip it, lick it, bite it. And it's a progression of sometimes people don't know exactly who they are, and it might take a journey to find out. So you can go as slow as you want, take a sip, take a lip, so, a lick. And some people wake up and they're like, I know exactly who I am. Fantastic, take a bite out of it, right? So it's like it's a progression of
mm,
finding out who you are and then living proudly of who you are.
and so what is next for you? You have a lot of projects on. You have a clothing line, I know. So,
Yes, I do. I do have merch. We're working on getting a website up with to include more merch. So for now, I've got some hoodies and some t-shirts, and we're also working on finishing up the album. So I have to write a couple more songs, and soon I'll be heading back into the studio to record the next single that's going to come out. So yeah, still working on finishing up that album so that we can release it.
yes, and it's the album, This is Anna Pac, is that correct? Or is that
That was
close?
our working title. So we're
Okay.
as things progress, I also progress as an artist, and I grow as an artist. So sometimes things change, so that title is still in the works. It might be, it might not be, so we don't know yet.
Yes. Anna, is there anything else you'd like to add?
I want to say thank you to my team, because my team also, they're behind the scenes, but they're working real hard. And so, I'm very thankful that I've got them. And I also want to say thanks to all the fans and everyone who has been supporting my journey as I go. So just a big, huge thank you.
Yes, wonderful. And people can reach out to you everywhere, like socials, right? So,
Yes, I've got Instagram and Twitter and Facebook, which I believe are all Anna Pac official, and TikTok is Anna underscore Pac, so ANA underscore PAC.
thank you very much, Anna. It was a pleasure. And I'd like to do another interview in
For
6 months.
sure. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much for having me back.
Thank you, Anna.
Come and dance with me tonight. A celebration.